Bros, I got 10 wins this champs. Tell me how much you guys got. Bro, 10 wins with this mid team. Now, I felt like the formation carried me, bro. Like, absolutely carried me. 4-4-2/2. Why I played the two CDMs is because essentially in FC25 and just the coding in general, the CDMs defend much better and essentially have that barrier, you know. Let's get into it though. MMOXP, we all know, is the greatest website right now for coins. Team of the season is near. Get acquainted with my code META. That's code META for the best meta cards. Team of the season is near. Not just 8% off, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. For instance, if you purchase 30 million coins, you get an additional 4.5 million coins. So they have a added bonus when purchasing coins. That's why MMOXP is the GOATs. Now, if you also check their page out, they do have giveaways. So go check the description out right now. Yes, get it. Do check out MMOXP. Use the code META. And they do have an additional 15% off, by the way. So you can pick up some crazy cards, especially Team of the season, cooking right now. Tell me how much you guys got in champs, as I said in the start. Tell me how your teams are looking as well. I'm keen to see. Join the Discord. Let us jump into the team. Now, obviously, code will be pinned comment. With this team, by the way, 4-4-2 balanced. Sorry, holding. 2 CDMs, as I said in the start. It's OP. Still is OP. No matter the nerf of pressure or whatever. Now, apparently, I've got it on my phone right here. Significantly decreases the amount of defensive pressure AI teammates can apply. That is 91 plus depth defensive tactics. I still do think defensive approach being on 70 is still OP because it's kind of like a balance, but it has some aspect of, you know, press. So at least if you running it, it will be OP to a certain extent. And obviously it says team press and then quickly how stamina is depleted, which you can always have subs for that, but that's if you obviously use team press. Now, defensive approach, completely up to you, but I feel like in this formation, it's perfect because it's already so stagnant with 2 CDMs. You don't have a central player to attack down the middle. So essentially having the 2 CDMs with high pressure, I feel like is a nice balance. We obviously have the wingers as well. Now I'll showcase exactly what I'm trying to say with this formation. Now let's jump over to the backline. Get that out the way. Goalkeeper defend. I like to bring out my keeper myself. I feel like when I have the focus on balanced, sometimes it's a little bit too unpredictable, you know? Yeah, so for now that works. Fullbacks, completely balanced, up to you. For me personally, I felt like with the fullbacks being unbalanced, sometimes they attack. I mean, I think it was Pickett. She had like an absolute thunder into the top right corner, bro. Was it left? The goalkeeper's left, bro. Trivelad, green time, I won that game. Thank you so much, Carson Pickett. What an ass defender, but we move, bro. I definitely think I can do better, but yeah, I do think in this formation, the main guys is probably going to be your CDMs. But obviously, defender, defend for center backs, fullback balance. And also, if you have it at defend, which a couple of people did when they were playing like the ratty formations 4-2-1-3, it essentially meant that you had 6 players behind the line. Yeah, that's very OP. But right now, I don't think it's OP as anymore. Yeah, for now, defend, balanced focus is better. Obviously, if you have it on defend, it's just too compact. They like too tucked in, bro. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense. And you have to have that like leeway, you know. So especially for width, it's nice with this formation. Now with the 2 CDMs, the main thing with this, in my opinion, is having one big-bodied center CDM. So like a root hullet, which a lot of people have, by the way. Like I'm talking like a lot of people. I think I've versed root hullet like probably 6 times, bro, out of 15, which is insane because the guy's 1.5 mil. So the IRS is coming for you boys, bro. Don't know how much coins you guys have, but yeah. Nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is I have Coleman, right, which has holding plus plus, which is so OP. The rolls, bro, if you have the plus plus, they do it so well. And obviously both CDMs is on holding defend. That's why I said, man, you have to play it like this because it's kind of ratty, but I think it's perfect. Now, as I said, having a big-bodied CDM, someone that can clean up, sweep up, like a root hullet, is ideal. And then having someone that is more or less, I'd say, transitional, can turn, you know, someone that is a little bit free to use in terms of like heavy gameplay-wise. So for me, I have Oberdorf, which is not the greatest, but you can use like a Vitinha team of the season. Someone like that is perfect. Yeah. Wingers, very important. I have them on winger balanced. I felt like, bro, it's a little bit more work, right? Obviously, if they don't have the, inside forward plus plus, I just felt like sometimes that, I used to use it, don't get me wrong. It just clashes with the strikers, bro. I don't know what it is. I just felt like it gets too packed up top, if that makes sense. So I have the wingers on, don't get me wrong, much more work, like in terms of trying to like trigger the AI movements and attacking patterns. But I felt like it was perfect because it had a nice balance of width. And then if you want to obviously cut in, you can do it by means of either triggering like the pace boost. So for me, like Davitashvili, bro, what a card might I add. 90 rated as well. Beast. Beast. So having obviously wingers that have quick step plus, rapid plus, technical is nice. Sometimes on the horizon, having a Trivela, you know, finesse shot plus is not bad. But yeah, what you can do though, if you felt like the wingers is a little bit too stagnant, you can actually have one on inside forward. But then I just felt like they're not in harmony, you know, because you, as for one side, must be on the other side, I feel like, you know. So yeah, overall though, completely up to you. I feel like the winger helped. Winger plus also is nice if you have it. Now for the two strikers, completely up to you, man. I felt like advanced forward plus on one is good, and then maybe having someone on the false 9 vibe. But I felt like, bro, at the end of the day, man, having someone with amazing attacking patterns and AI movement, doesn't really matter what roles they have. I mean, if you have Eusebio, bro, you're not gonna care what he does, you know. It's Eusebio, just bang the goal in, bro. Yeah, for me, Ronaldo and Suarez work wonders because one is like more of that guy that attacks like aggressively. The other one is the guy that attacks aggressively and obviously has the pace boost. The other one is more of the guy that like does like the fancy stuff, comes back a little bit to collect. You know, you can obviously do that in your mind, have the imagination, but yeah, Suarez is more of that guy that like does the finesse shots outside the box, Trivelas. So yeah, I do think a balance of a more taller striker alongside a shorter one, like a Eusebio alongside R9, if you want to do that, bro, is ideal. But yeah, that's going to be the formation, man. I won't jump in a game. You know what? Let's jump in a game. Bruh. Bro, I feel like I found a kickoff glitch, by the way. Like, look at that. Okay, that shot, I have no idea what I'm doing, but did you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, GG's to him. That's just unfortunate. My center back's also really slow, bro. Like, I gotta really... Like, look at that, bro. That's a kickoff glitch. Oh my days, I just need a finish. But look at that. I found a kickoff glitch, bro. Let's go. Beautiful press from Oberdorf. I don't know, this guy's controller went off and then I scored that goal. Didn't really want to showcase that. It's like... You know, so notice how Cafu obviously pushes up a bit because he's unbalanced. So, you know, having that guy that's not so stagnant at the back and hard-headed, you know, is nice because it's extra options, bro. And he still drops back, as you can see, his AI. Okay, this defense is not great for me, I cannot lie. Beautiful goal. That is how you score a proper goal, my friend. That is another proper goal. It's not sweaty at all, bro. What I like as well with this formation, right? If you're getting pressed a lot, you can just pass it to your wingers, bro, because they're so situated, so isolated, you know. So yeah, that's a nice one. Come on, Suarez. Let's go. Driven shot into the bottom left. Let's go. Beautiful work from Suarez, man. Bro, driven shots are so OP, man. This game is done, bro. But you guys kind of get the gist of the formation. Like, obviously, it took me some time to get warmed up, but that's normally, you know, how I work. What am I saying, bro? Looks like this guy is gone. GG's, my friend. If you don't quit here, bro, then I don't know what's happening. But as you can see, 6-2. The formation does its job, bro. I definitely think if I have better players, I can either even go for like a 12+ win game, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, tell me in the comments if you're gonna use this formation. I definitely think it's the most balanced right now post-patch, easily, bro. But yeah, I'll catch you boys in the next one, man. Peace.